All right, happy Monday, Inspire Beauty. It's March. Like, hello, it's already March, you guys. We are at the last part of quarter one. And so whatever goals you set for yourself, hopefully if you set yearly goals for yourself, you also looked at how can you break that down into the quarters. But we're also getting to like a really crazy push time because a lot of you guys have set goals for what you want to accomplish by summit. And those recognitions are coming up very quickly, especially if you need to hold for 6 weeks for qualification purposes. You have to even backtrack from that 6 weeks. So many things happening, so many different moving parts. So I want to start, where's my share screen? Let me start by doing a little bit of recognition and a couple bits of announcement for us before we dive into tonight's topic. So 26 lives were changed in February. You guys, I love seeing this leaderboard fill up with faces. I love seeing this leaderboard just fill up with names in general. I love seeing names that I haven't seen in a while on the board. I love seeing brand new names on the board, and I love seeing recurring names on the board. Consistency is the name of the game. So if you are on this board for February, it is your goal, like I'm already telling you what your goal is in March, it's your goal to be at that level or greater, right? Like success leaves clues. So if you did it in February, it's possible in March. Like there's no shortage of people that need your help. I promise you that. I promise you that, right? And so if you did it in February, you can do it again in March. And if you did it in February, you can do it just a fingernail more, right? And so if you hit Success Club 6, then I dare you to go for 8, go for 10, right? If you hit 10, I dare you. I wrote down, you guys say, like, this is so bold of me. I don't even know who the heck I thought I was when I did it. Normally when I do my board, here, I'll show you guys. Normally when I redo my board for every month, I do 10 spaces for my personal Success Club points. And then I do like space for you guys where I can track your stuff. You guys, I put 20 spaces. Who the heck do I think I am trying to help 20 people in March? If I can do it, guys, I did SC14 between my mom and my account. That was 14. I can do it. I'm stretching myself just a little bit further, right? And I hope you guys have that same sort of courage and confidence in your heart that people need you and that you absolutely can make it happen, right? So 26 lives changed because of you. I'm just so over the moon proud, and I'm really proud of everybody, especially who was on a Team Cup team this month that just kept pushing till the final bell. Even if your name isn't on this board from February, that doesn't mean that you didn't work your freaking booty off and stretch yourself. So I'm gonna be doing something in a little bit, but I want you to know that if you're starting the month feeling like you didn't achieve your goals, the best thing you can do is to get back up and take some action, right? The worst thing you can do after a month that doesn't go the way you wanted it to go is to wake up defeated and say, well, maybe this isn't for me. I'm not going to try anymore, right? And so I commend you, especially if you had a challenging March. If you're on this call right now or checking out the replay, like already props to you, because that's what it takes, is just that relentless, that showing back up, right? So super proud, you guys. A couple things, just a couple more announcements. Coach Summit New Orleans 2020, they actually got crazy and decided that the $170 sale price that they did the other day wasn't good enough, and they'd extended it for the entire month of March. So the entire month of March, it's $145 off the normal ticket sale. Now, if you're a brand new coach, like you've never been to Summit before, the ticket's even cheaper than that, I believe, for a first-time coach. I want to say it's either 145 or 160. I'm getting like numbers messed up in my head right now. I can't give you the exact on that, but this is the lowest it's going to go, is what I'm trying to tell you. And they also offered an incentive that every single one of you qualify for. It's $200 Summit travel cash. Last year, I got that as a nice little bonus in my paycheck. It's a real thing, you guys. So when you're like, oh, that must be nice for people who are like made up, fictitious people. No, like a real person sitting here in front of you earned that cash last year because I just worked my butt off. Okay. So I posted about that in the Summit page, the event page for Coach Summit, but I also posted about it in the team page, and I posted about it, I think, in our business builder page as well. But you guys, you can earn $200 Summit travel cash. All you have to do is have your Summit ticket before the end of this month, and then there's a couple other criteria involved in that as well. But the first step is actually having your ticket. So if you don't have your ticket, I hope at this point you're already like on the website ordering it, because Hello, you get to see all of us in person, work out with your favorite trainers. I make you take lots of pictures. We'll have team swag. It's so much fun. And Amanda just shared that she thinks we all need to go do a ghost tour. So hello, like I won't be doing, no, I'm just kidding. I'll do it. If we're all doing it, I'll do it. But I won't rent scooters. You guys are like, y'all young people all willy-nilly in these towns riding around on scooters and stuff. That's where I draw the line. No. Next announcement, you guys, I have been keeping this a secret. We are going to do a fun little incentive in March called Go Green March. What does this mean? All this means is I want you guys to start getting really good at recruiting people to our team. The team is where we have the biggest and best community. The team is where people begin to feel connected. I was reading today in Get Out of Your Head, the book that we're reading this month together in book club. I was reading about community versus isolation. And that is one of the attacks on so many women right now, is that we find ourselves feeling so isolated and so alone, when in reality we have community. And the best part is we have community on our team. And so part of the, like, I think the best part about joining as a coach is to simply just be a part of this community. I always say that coaches get the best results because we're invested. We're invested in our self-care, but we're also invested and surrounded by people who will lift us up and remind us that it's possible, right? And so when you're having these conversations all March long and you're getting to that point where they're at the share cart and you're trying to like customer or coach, don't you dare just decide for them that it's customer. Always offer the coach incentive. And here's why. The person that has the most recruits by the end of March is earning a $50 Amazon gift card. What would you do with $50 on Amazon? I kind of know what I'd do. My shopping cart is already full. But you need to go Emerald. So if this happens, if we just have like a bunch of people that enroll one, and like that's it, nobody gets the freaking gift card, you guys. Not going to do it. You have to at least go Emerald. And then once you go Emerald, whoever then has the most recruits by the end of the month, $50 Amazon gift card, especially if you're pushing for big goals right now, you guys, in terms of rank advancements. I've got some fun diamond things on the horizon coming up that you're going to want to be a part of, including like a retreat that's coming up this year, just all sorts of things that I've got planned in the works. This is how you get there. When you're like, I don't know how I could go diamond. This is how you get there. You go Emerald. And on that note, we don't just go Emerald by just adding people to our team, but we want to also support the people that we add. So remember that a week from today, I'm going to be doing a Coach Quick Start 10-day group. It's for anyone. If you're in this business and you feel like you've hit a wall, you're not hitting Success Club, you're not adding coaches to your downline, you are on the calls week after week, absorbing the information, and you just feel like the needle's not moving forward, you need to be in this Coach Quick Start. I promise it's going to realign your mindset around maybe some of the things that are standing in your way, right? Who else needs this? Coaches who are newer in the business and maybe have started dabbling with things, but just need like some extra oomph under the belt. Any coach that struggles with social media should be in this Coach Quick Start. We're going to really break that down. If you struggle with time management and understanding like how to fit all this in, you should be in the Coach Quick Start. Basically what I'm saying is everybody should be in this Coach Quick Start. I'll be in it. I'll be going through all the trainings with you guys. You're learning more stuff, right? And so I also think too, if you've never done the Coach Quick Start, none of us have ever done it. This is a brand new thing that I'm doing, but I mean, hypothetically, if you've never done it, and then let's say in April, you add a coach to your team and you tell them to do the Coach Quick Start, but yet you've never done it, wouldn't you be curious as to what they're learning, right? So I really think that the March Coach Quick Start, that's really hard to say fast, should actually be our biggest class total. It should be like the majority of our team, because this is the first time I'm doing it and it's all new content. I've pulled it from a top coach that I respect highly. I've pulled her content from that, and I adore what she's done in terms of growing her team. And so I'm hoping that our team will be able to ride on that too. So big incentive for March, Go Green March. Every time you sign a coach, you need to ring the bell, celebrate it, add them to our team page, and make sure you're plugging people into the Coach Quick Start. Tag your team under that post that I made. I believe it went live yesterday on the team page, but make sure you're letting people know. On that note, I wanted to just, before we even dive into, I know you're all like, I want to hear about 10 rounds. Yeah, I got other agendas before we get to that. So I wanted to share this because coming off of Team Cup month, it's really easy to, I've seen it time and time again, you guys. This is my 7th February Team Cup. So 7 years of seeing February Team Cup come and February Team Cup go. And I'll tell you, one of the things that I see more often than I care to admit is coaches will do the things in February to achieve the goals they wanted to achieve. And then when they get to March, they feel like all of a sudden things should either just start rolling to them, or they could, or maybe life happens and they let off, or they say, oh, I'll keep inviting, but I won't listen to the national wake up call, or, oh, I'll keep posting in my challenge group and keep them happy, but I'm not going to invite anybody new this month because I got a lot on my plate. Guys, it's a recipe for disaster. Momentum loves momentum. And so if you had any sort of momentum in the month, and I believe every single one of you did, because I know everyone stretched themselves to do things that maybe they hadn't done in January or December, right? So I know all of you in some way, shape, or form, even if your momentum isn't tangible success club points, your momentum could be understanding how to connect better with people. Maybe your momentum is more clarity in how you post on social media. Maybe your momentum last month was showing up to team calls and showing up to national wake up calls and being a student again. Maybe your momentum was just getting around the community of it all and not being a fly on the wall on our team page, right? Like, what was your momentum in February? Keep that in March. Like I said, if you had SC6 in March, you should be able to hit that again, because it was, or if you had it in February, it's possible for March, right? So whatever momentum you created, whatever checklist of success you created in February, you 100% can duplicate that again in March, but it's a choice. It comes down to a choice. And so I have this fun little list, and this is, by the way, I have a hard time saying talkers, because, so this middle one, I want you to understand that I'm being very sensitive with this, and there's just not a better word I've come up with. And I hope you'll understand and hear my heart by the time I'm done explaining this. But none of this is derogatory. None of this is to belittle anybody. And none of this, I want you to know that every category here, these are the categories that I'd place the coaches on our team in. Any coach really in Beachbody land. Every coach belongs in one of these three categories. But I want you to know that I don't necessarily love the names of these categories, because I believe that while every coach belongs in a category, I don't think any category is a negative place unless you camp out there and allow it to be a reason why you don't step into greatness. Does that make sense? So these are three different types of coaches. So we've got our loyalist coaches. These would be your coaches that they sign up for the discount. They freaking love their Shakeology, or they just want the discount, or they love Joel and they want to get in on 10 rounds early, so they become a coach, right? They love the products. They want the savings. They want the community, I'd add that in, but they don't really have an interest in the business. And sometimes, you guys, you have to understand that loyalists don't have to stay loyalists. Just because somebody doesn't have an interest in the business when they enroll doesn't mean that they're going to have that they won't learn how to want to be a business building coach later. Okay, so also understand that these categories can move around, and you yourself have probably moved throughout in your time as a coach. Talkers, my friends, I've been in this category many times in my business, and there are lots of times where I have to gut check myself. A talker is somebody who has goals. They show up on every team call. They show up in the groups. They're the ones loving this stuff, whooping this, excited. They're the first ones that know when Joel Freeman has a date with his wife. Like, they know his wife's name. By the way, I don't know Joel's wife's name, so if you know Joel's wife's name, you might be a talker. Just know that, like, they know everything. They're like roadies, right? They love the products. But the thing is, talkers tend to be about talk and not action. So yeah, I'm going to hit Success Club this month, but then did they do anything to actually move the needle forward, right? Talkers tend to have really big goals. They want to, I was a big talker in the very beginning of my business. I told my coach over and over again, I want to leave the classroom, Emily. I want to leave the classroom. I don't want to be in the classroom. You guys, I was just talking. I had that dream on my heart, and I had that goal, and I love the products, and I showed up on every team call. I was always in the groups. But you guys, I just said it. I didn't act on it. I didn't get home from work and actually do the grind that it took to get me out of the classroom. And it wasn't until I was kind of slapped in the face with, like, this is, you either do this or you do this, right? That I decided I had to take action. And so I started to transition over into the runners. in the beginning of my business, I wasn't hitting Success Club consistently. And so the month that I was probably in the runner category. And the months that I wasn't hitting Success Club, I was probably more of a talker. Right? And so you can see that you can shift in and out of these categories. A runner, the biggest difference of a runner versus a talker is in the business building activities. It's also in the resourcefulness of these business building activities that, when, for example, last month there was the pumpkin spice. Well, that still exists, but last month that was a big deal to have pumpkin spice for free. A runner would take something like, oh my gosh, a free box of pumpkin spice. How can I create something that I can pour out to everyone? How can I let everyone know about this? What's a creative spin I can do on this? How can I create scripts or emails or interest in my challenge group to leverage this free box of Shakeology? That's resourcefulness, right? They're not just saying, okay, check, I invited, check, I followed up, but a runner is also creating things, not just consuming the things that are being given. So I wanted to share this with you guys because last month, maybe you found yourself in the talker category. And there's no need to be like, oh, I suck at life, like, woe is me. All you have to say is, you know what? I had goals last month, and a runner has goals. I showed up on every team call, but when I got on the calls, I didn't necessarily do anything with it. I just consumed it. So instead, you know what I'm going to do? Every team call this month that I get on, and I'm just making this up off the top of my head, you guys, like this is creating, right? Every team call that I get on this month, I'm going to make a graphic at the end with the biggest bullet points that Brittany had to share. And I'm going to share that with the team page. Why not, right? I mean, that's creating. And also you're like recycling and regurgitating and absorbing the information over and over again. So you're taking it in more, right? Like, or you do that for the national wake up call. Every time the national wake up call gets finished, I'm going to create a graphic that has the biggest bullet points. And I'm going to share that on the team page, right? Like, imagine if you had that mentality every time you took information, how could you give it back to your team, to our team, right? Rather than just consuming it. So I wanted to share, like, again, I said, I want to share this with you because everybody is important. The other thing I want you to know is as you are working on adding people to your team and growing your team, you cannot get stuck on people who are simply talking about the business and not actually doing stuff. Because as coaches, we get very stuck. If we're trying to build a business, if you're on this call right now and you're like, Brittany, I'm a runner. I'm building this business. Well, we've got to have loyalists. We've got to have talkers. We've got to have runners. We love all of them. I love all of those types of people because loyalists are the people that I know when our volume is going to boost because of a program launch. Talkers are people who make me a better teacher, a better leader, because I have to learn how to say things in a way that gets somebody to take action and move on it, right? I have to create things that's going to help somebody actually go from wanting something to doing something about it, right? And so talkers make me a better leader. And runners, they're just freaking fun. Runners are fun because you can just like last month, Amanda tried to bet me, like, you need to hit Success Club this. And that's fun. Like, that's just fun when somebody's like, no, Brittany, your goals are too small. Make them bigger, right? Like, that just makes it fun. Or a runner is fun when it's like, hey, I created this thing. And you're like, oh my gosh, I've been looking everywhere for something like this. You must have read my mind, right? Like, it just gets fun when you see other runners on our team showing up. Be the runner this month. Be the runner. Grab the talkers, love on them, bring them into our Coach Quick Start, right? Love on the loyalists, make sure they know everything about 10 rounds so that they're ready to go when that launches here in the next couple weeks, but be a runner, right? Identify yourself this month as a runner and be the runner. We're going to talk more about that. Okay, training and marketing. Let's dive in on this. So I'm not going to do too much because the reality is it's all out there. If you go on the Beachbody Champions page, Kevin Shaw has already literally done a training on this. So if you don't know anything about 10 rounds, tonight's probably not going to be helpful because I'm not going to teach you about 10 rounds. What I am going to do though is get you ready so that you are your best customer. So I want you to be equipped so that you can rock day one and then invite other people along with you, right? I always say on our team page, it starts with us. It starts with us is always my motto. It starts with me. So if I'm doing it, if I'm not doing it, how do I expect anybody else to, right? So it starts with us. So number one, March 9th, key date, sample workout comes out on BOD. This is available to everybody. So a couple things that are in my head on March 9th is team page. Like, giveaway for doing the sample workout, right? Like, and creating energy. And then from that, once you see everybody doing their sample workouts, okay, I can share about that on my story. I can show how many of people on our team are showing up to this, what they thought of it. I could take screenshots of their responses, of their reactions to the workout, right? All the things. So get creative. How can you take just that March 9th sample workout and do it, but how can you even turn it up another notch, right? Also, once you're showing other people doing the sample workout, at that point, we will have a link so other people can try it as well who do not have BOD. So when that happens, you can create calls to actions where you say, oh my gosh, you know, like, I would just love to send you, I've been thinking about you and I would just love to send you a sample workout. What email could I send it over to? That's a really great strategy that worked for me with Morning Meltdown, was just sending this free sample to people and checking back in, right? And so challenge yourself. In March, like, how many sample workouts can you send between March 9th and the end? Like, challenge yourself. Can you send out 100 sample workouts? Do it, right? Like, I know we do like the go for no, like, flip it. How many samples can you send? Okay, next thing, March 16th. This is a key date. That is the day that coaches and new coaches only, okay, so if they're enrolling as a coach in that moment, will be able to purchase 10 rounds. What's going to come with that initially is 2 prep workouts. There will be a boxing prep workout and a lifting prep workout. And you'll get week 1 workouts. There's 5 total, okay? And then all of the program materials that you'll see, like all the stuff that's on BOD, right? Program materials, that'll all be uploaded into your BOD the second you purchase it. So March 16th is the window when that happens. Again, it starts with us. So if you want your coaches to order it, you need to order it first. And then you need to tell your coaches that you've ordered it and start, okay, how can we have like a big group together? How can we do, you know, right? And bring other people on board. This is also when you can convert challengers into coaches. If you have somebody who they've been loving their Shakeology, they've been doing great in the boot camps, and they definitely are going to want in on this, this is a great time to say, okay, let's get you on my team, right? So this is also a time when you could switch people from challenger or customer and bring them on as a coach, and they will get everything in that. April 6th is when customers can purchase. That's when their window opens. And in October is when everyone will have access to, I keep wanting to say lift for you guys. This is so challenging. Every time I have to really think. Everyone will have access to 10 rounds in October. Okay, the other thing to note is that every Friday, starting March 20th through April 17th, a new week of workouts will be added to Beachbody On Demand. So you have your week 1 workouts coming out on March 16th, and then on Friday, March 20th, you'll get week 2. There will be 5 for every week. Okay, so every Friday you'll see 5 new workouts being added over and over and over until April 17th when everything's been fully added. Guys, if you have questions on any of this stuff too while I'm talking, or any ideas that spark up, feel free to use the chat. I love when I see that chat going. It lets me know too that you guys are engaged with each other. Okay, details about the workout, just very generic details. It's 6 weeks long. There's 5 workouts a week. 3 of the workouts are boxing days. 2 of them are lifting days, okay? The workout length is anywhere from 30 to 40 minutes, and then people would need light, medium, heavy weights, 12-inch resistance loops. Those are the ones like from 80 Day Obsession, but the 12-inch ones. Okay, they keep saying 12-inch, so I'm certain that there's a very specific reason why you don't want the 9-inch ones. You probably want the bigger pole would be my guess. And then a small towel is recommended for the boxing days because I'm going to guess you're going to sweat. And it's an intermediate fitness level. So this is also important as coaches to understand when our challengers are coming to us and they're like, what program should I do next? We want to know what level this is at, and we want to know what level our people are at, right? Because not everybody, just because a program is coming out, I want you guys to also understand this. Just because 10 rounds is launching doesn't mean it's right for everyone, yeah? So make sure that you're being honest with people too. Give them the sample workout to try. If it wasn't quite for them, if they needed something maybe a little bit like a little more basic than that, then 21 Day Fix might be a great way to get them into the routine of lifting weights, right? And starting small, or maybe a morning meltdown, right? Okay, so really be mindful of where your challengers and your coaches are at when they're doing this, because we don't want somebody to buy something just to be frustrated later. Okay, I'm gonna break down the coach packs. And I'm not showing you guys accessory bundles at all. And I'm going to tell you why. Because it's cheaper. We're all coaches. We all drink our Shakeology on the reg. We all drink our Recover and our Energize on the reg, right? So as a coach, it's actually cheaper to bundle yours in a completion pack than it is to purchase just the accessory pack. Now, can you purchase an accessory pack of this? 100%, absolutely. But I'm all about saving money, and I want to show you how you save this money. So if I purchase 10 rounds by itself, and then I let my Shakeology auto ship this month, I'm going to spend $142.42. Now, I did that based off of like what I spent, what my Shakeology is. I know, shipping and handling can change. Like, so just bear with me. $142.42 is like an ish, yes, because shipping and handling is not on it. It's $142.42 if you buy 10 rounds this month plus let your Shakeology auto renew. If you buy it as a pack, you cancel your Shakeology for March, get in there, cancel it, you'll get everything for $130. Plus you'll get the 3 loops that you need and the shaker bottle. It's always fun to have a new shaker bottle. Plus I like using them for giveaways sometimes too. You could, I love doing like those little decals that go on them, and that could be a giveaway for somebody. So I always think of like, okay, I don't need another shaker bottle. Yeah, I get it, but I love using them for giveaways, right? They can be prizes, and it's a free prize that you're getting basically. So think of it like that. It's also important to know that when you do these completion packs, you can add on the Mindset membership or the monthly fix for free. It'll tag on in your share cart or in your cart for free. And this month they're giving a free gift. If you do the monthly fix, they're giving you a tote, like a lunch tote, like an insulated tote for free. And if you do Mindset membership, which is what I'm going to do, my friends, you get a new 2B Mindset water bottle, which I love because it has a straw, and you get the 2B Mindset tracker journal for free. So like, why not, right? Like, but if you just do the accessory bundle, you're not getting these cool, awesome things, right? So again, like there's just more options, yeah? So 130 when you do it that way, that's good. Better, if you're somebody who you drink Shakeology every day, plus you have your Recover and your Energize, my suggestion to you is cancel all of your orders. Please, please, please hear me. You need to go cancel your orders if you're going to do these routes, right? Because the last thing I need you to have is like 2 orders of Shakeology. And I'm telling you this from December experience, because when Bar Blend happened, I didn't cancel one of my Shakeologies, and I literally went away for Christmas. And when I came back, I had like 17 orders of shakes on my front porch, and it was just a lot of Shakeology, my friends. Just being real, I'm telling you from my failed experiences. Okay, so cancel your Shakeology, cancel your performance stack, go in and do that. I literally just went and canceled my performance stack the other day, and it was like easy breezy in just an online chat. It was super simple. Okay, if you do that, it's 190. If you just do 10 rounds, let your Shakeology auto ship, let your performance line auto ship, you're gonna spend $224.88 in the month of March. Save yourself $40, right? And bundle it, okay? And then this is the mega pack. And again, these are completion packs that I'm showing you guys because my assumption is you all have BOD right now. These are not the graphics that you would be giving to your challengers and your prospects. We'll get to all that later. I'm literally just talking to you guys as my teammates today of like, what's the best practice and what do I do? This is what I do. I cancel my orders and I reorder as a bundle because it is just more frugal, right? Okay, so the best one, the mega pack, you get a 3-day refresh, you get the 2 shaker bottles, you get Shakeology, you get 10 rounds, you get your performance stack, you also get a tub of Hydrate and a box of Beach Bars, and it's $270. If you are somebody who you get Beach Bars each month, you get Hydrate. If these are things you already get, then you're saving yourself like $65, $70 when it's all said and done, right? So it's a good idea to bundle it that way. So like I said, go in, cancel things as needed, get yourself ready so that when it launches on March 16th, you're like, okay, I'm going with this pack because that's just smarter. Second pro tip, you guys, if you are already Emerald Plus and you have a controlled business center, if you want to maximize volume, I highly suggest purchasing this under that if they have a BOD account already. Hopefully your controlled business center has a BOD account, but you can maximize volume. Just have it ordered through their account. Now the access, yes, would go under that account. So you would have to make sure you're logging in as that person, but it is a smart way to maximize volume and to maybe help yourself get a couple extra bucks. So like when this $270, I pay that $270, I might team cycle a couple times because of my volume, because of that order, right? And the team cycle is gonna save me even more money because I'm gonna get a paycheck in return. But again, that's only for my Emerald coaches. And if you are really confused on this or you want some assistance of what's the best way to go. You have from now until March 16th to contact me and I will help navigate that for you, okay? 3 things to pay attention to. There is a 10 rounds Beachbody challenge shirt. They're bringing back a challenge shirt this time. So you have to purchase 10 rounds by May 31st. And you have to submit your results to the Beachbody challenge by July 31st. And you'll get the Beachbody challenge shirt that they give when you do that. Some of you might already have that, but you'll also get a 10 rounds shirt. So if you're like a shirt junkie like me and you'll do anything for a tank top or a t-shirt, this is one thing to pay attention to. You have to buy 10 rounds by May 31st and complete your program and turn in your results by the 31st. You'll get your shirt. Number 2, 10 rounds first time enroller gift. So through April, if a coach enrolls their first client with a 10 rounds pack, they'll receive a promo code to get the 10 rounds exclusive towel for free. So the way that I'm reading this, any coach who enrolls their first client with a 10 rounds pack, meaning I need a little clarification on this. I don't think that it means your very first client, like you've never enrolled anybody before. I think what it means is Brittany enrolls Susie with 10 rounds and she's my first person to buy 10 rounds, I will get the promo code to get a towel. I don't think it means Brittany's never had a client before and now her first client orders 10 rounds. I think it's the first one. So it's my first 10 round sale, I'll get it. So like let's say in March or April, you never sell a 10 rounds pack. You only sell just the regular Beachbody on demand, or you only, you sell something else, you don't cater it towards this, then you wouldn't get the promo code. But the second you sell a 10 round specific pack, you'll get a promo code to get this towel. How fun is that? Okay, 3rd thing. This is a little different than what they usually do. Usually there is a coach launch group, like a test group that happens with the trainer that's kind of happening, but they actually are allowing prospect coaches to be part of this group too. So if you have somebody that like wants to sign up with 10 rounds, but they're not a coach yet, it's kind of like the coach workshop idea where they can get put into this group starting March 16th, and Joel will talk about the workouts. He'll talk about how to make, best of the launch, how to get coaches and customers started right. And so it might help alleviate those new coaches who haven't joined yet of like, well, am I even going to be successful with this? He's kind of doing the work for you. So only coaches who purchase the 10 rounds pack will have access to that first week of workouts. So if a prospect coach is in the group, they won't be able to actually do the workouts, but they'll be able to get the information from him to make the best decision if coaching is right for them. So anyway, this could be like your challengers. If you're trying to convert a challenger into a coach, they could join this group on March 16th, hear from Joel, hear about the program, hear about the coaching opportunity, and then make their decision on if they want to sign up as a coach with 10 rounds. Okay, so just note that that is a little different than what they've been doing. And then I think that's it. Let me stop share. I wanted to show you guys, let me share my screen again. I want to show you guys in the back office. Hopefully this isn't, doesn't make me log in again. It probably will. In your back office, when you log in, number one, always this first screen is like your lifeline. It's going to tell you if you're active or if you're projected to be inactive. This is not really part of the call tonight, but I just wanted you guys to really like make sure that at least once a week you are logging in your Coach Online office to see where you're at and what's going on. Success Club qualification is also always going to be here. And right now mine says not qualified, 0 points. If I were to get 6 points, that doesn't necessarily mean I qualify for Success Club, because Success Club is 2 parts. It is not just helping others, but it's also staying on home direct yourself. So if you ever log in here and you're like, oh, but I helped 3 people and I have 6 points and it still says not qualified, my guess is you don't have 90 PV worth of home direct product coming to your doorstep. And so it's important that you get in contact with Coach Relations, or that you figure out how you can get that order going through so that you do qualify, because I'm starting to see things like that falling through the cracks. And as much as I wish I could like fine tooth comb and microscope, like investigate everybody's business center, at the end of the day, it's your business center. So you got to know what's happening there. And I try to catch things when I can, but I'm also human. Okay. So make sure we're always checking our active status. That's important, as well as your qualifications. But that was just a side note since I had it open. Down here, my friends, you will see, check out 10 rounds product education tools. Okay. This is literally where you can get yourself in the know. It's gonna kick me off. I'm gonna have to resign it. This is literally where I'm going to pull everything we need to know about 10 rounds and use it to share with our prospects. So that's coming, that's forthcoming here in the next couple weeks, but it's all here in the product training guide. If you want to learn about 10 rounds and you want to know like who it's for or how do you market towards them, what makes it unique, all of that's here for you. What's included in the packs, all the things. But I love when you scroll down to this part, customer need. So when you're talking to people and they're like, oh, you know, I love boxing. Well, no crap, 10 rounds is great. But maybe somebody's just talking to you about they want something simple, effective, fast-paced. Okay, well, this is a great program. And right here, this is literally what you can tell them of why 10 rounds would be a great fit for them, right? So I love this right here because they give us like kind of little scripts in a sense of what you could share with your prospects when you're trying to decide what program is best for them. Okay, so that's there in product toolkits. There's an FAQ here. If you want to print off the pre-order tracker, that's there as well. Comparison challenge packs. And then when the sample workout launches, you guys, this is where you'll find that link. Okay, so it's not here yet, but eventually there will be another tab and you'll just be able to copy the link to share the sample workout. So I know a lot of times people ask, how can I get the sample workouts? It's inside of every product toolkit, which they have a product toolkit for every workout. So make sure that you're taking, 10, 15 minutes of your day and popping in here to make sure you're in the loop for 10 rounds. The other really great space for learning about 10 rounds is my good friend YouTube. On YouTube, TBB Champions page, they always upload whatever videos they're doing. Let me get here. They always upload any videos. Mother of pearl. There's Frankie. I knew he couldn't not bark. They always upload any videos, you guys, that they have put into the Beachbody Champions page. And so 6 days ago, Kevin Shaw did a 10 rounds training. So if you want to even learn more here, you can. That was very fresh, lots of good information in there. So you can check that out. And then the other page that's going to be coming very soon is I turned our bar blend group into a 10 rounds launch info group. So I deleted all of the units that were bar blend and I will slowly be adding in 10 round units. But for right now, it's a page where you can add people into it, okay? You can double check who you already have in this page that maybe hasn't joined you in the past, right? And then as I start getting, like today I put the coming soon link for people so that they could see it, and I updated the group so that it's ready for the info that I'll be putting in there. But once that gets set, that'll be a good place for our prospects. Come, honestly, more like in April, right? Because the month of March is about us. It's about us paving the way for others. So how can you create excitement and energy around the launch? How can you get on board with it yourself? How can you send out those sample links and get people interested? And then once they have that free sample in their hands, bringing them over to that page so that they get all the information. So that'll slowly get filled in, but that's another place where you have a way to leverage this launch as well. Any questions, guys?